Theater of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer Does Daggerheart, the TTRPG system made by Darrington Press and Critical Role. You're in for a seafaring, swashbuckling time, so sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer.
I was mid-yawn.
Mike was bored. I hope you're not.
Truly.
I'm Jacob Machin. That's Michael Briganti.
Hello.
Hercules Mayes.
Hello.
Danielle Butlin.
Hello.
We're back and in business. We have no Brandon McEwan, but he'll be back next episode.
He's still a box.
He's still a box. Say hi, Brandon.
Hello.
How you doing?
Great. Doing good. Great. How are you? Petting.
Zoom in
Caressing
on
Brendan
that.
over there.
How are you? I'm good. I'm tired but good. I think that's life at the moment. Everyone's tired but good.
Yeah.
Mostly.
It's the common consensus that.
Yeah. What do you do to get more sleep? What's your method? What's your method to like get rested and like drop out to sleep early?
Well, I sacrifice my morning for like a little more sleep in the morning, but like having to
Right.
scramble for breakfast or like go further without breakfast.
I'm the opposite.
Or
yeah.
like sucking it up and just like buying like a Tim sandwich for breakfast.
Okay, yeah.
Because if I like,
I'm a notorious breakfast skipper.
yeah, I'll be like, I'll wake up in the morning and be like, no, I'm gonna get that extra hour, and then
Interesting. Problem is, I wake up and I can't go back to sleep. I've done it a little bit recently, like an extra half hour. But if I wake up, I'm awake, and any amount of sleep after that makes me feel like absolute trash.
I just need to pretend to read, and that gets me to sleep
Right.
real quick. I go, oh, I'm gonna read, and then the second I open the book, it's just
Yeah. Right.
Smart.
Right. I need to transfer over to reading before bed rather than
Scrolling.
I
my
try.
God.
I'm better at doing it when I'm not at home. So like if I'm cat sitting for my uncle, I'm better at like having my book and actually reading.
Yeah.
But the second I'm home, I'm like, oh, let me read.
Yeah, I had a pretty pathetic moment where I woke up, but I was scrolling. I fell asleep scrolling, and my phone was in my hand. I had one headphone in, and like my phone doesn't lock because if it was scrolling, it was just the same video and repeat. It was on the charger, so it charged. But I woke up, and there's like this video playing. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
oh god! Like I reached a new low here.
What about
What
you?
cyberpunk hellscape is this?
What about you?
What do I do
Yeah.
to try and? I mean, I'm a sleep more in the morning where possible person, but in terms of falling asleep at night better, I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Send
I
in
don't
what
know.
helps you go to sleep. Is it a cheeky toke of something? Is it a cheeky drink of something? Is it a
Rub tug.
cheeky little
Bonk
rub
on
and
the
tug?
noggin. A little flip.
Do you fall asleep to rain noises or static?
Oh yeah, we got the
A
good
noise machine,
noise
yeah,
machine.
yeah.
Sometimes I'll
That's
do
great.
music. I'll do orchestral Zelda music to
Oh,
fall
nice.
asleep.
Nice.
And I'll do like chill ones.
There's an ad for
Lo-fi Zelda.
Lo-fi Zelda. Yeah. Study tunes. Students to study to.
No, 8 hours of Zelda music to fall asleep to.
There is a new like add-on to 5e that is like Studio Ghibli / Breath of the
Obajima.
Wild. Yeah,
Mine still hasn't showed up yet.
but the music for the ad is so chill and calm and so perfectly Studio Ghibli that it's like doop 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 doop. I'm like, oh.
Percussive.
Yeah, very fun. Very fun.
Plankton percussive.
Yeah, I like my percussive. And I've said it before, I like my old man mouth noises. Yep. Oh, puts me to sleep.
To sleep?
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
fucking love it. I love it.
Is like a video of a guy doing.
It's one video of a guy. It's like a 5-hour lecture that Marvin Minsky did for MIT. And he's just like, and they
Do you listen to the same lecture every night?
it's a series of lectures, so there's about like 10 or 15 hours of it. But I've gone
You've
over the
learned
same one a lot.
nothing.
I have. I've learned a lot about AI and about brains, but none of it's
Mostly
useful.
old man noises.
Mostly old man noises. Yeah. So if you're an old
Ar-
man,
arguably probably more useful for this business than.
what is the old man noises?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. Exactly. Your fucking monster noises and stuff. Yeah.
D&D.
Totally.
Theater of the Mind Flayer.
In our last session, you guys, while the crew of the Intrepid Jester was fixing the side, repairing, you wandered off into the jungles of Ilia and found a nomadic tribe. After being bitten by a glass snake and then walloping a glass snake, two sides of the same coin, almost getting killed, almost killing the creature, you negotiated with the nomadic tribe that seemed scared of the withering and didn't want you to come close for some supplies, and you managed to get them on a sled that narrowly avoided getting sucked into the quicksand, and dragged that out to the beach and down towards the Intrepid Jester. As you decided whether to take an Empire's Guard ship for yourself or sail on, you decided to sail on, and it was as you sailed on that the wind picked up a rather violent gust that kind of stuck with you until the evening came. And as the evening came, as you rested up, before you could take a long rest, the candles went out in the ship. As the candles went out in the ship, we left our session with Ren and Holland and Spot getting somewhat assailed by this wind. As you look at your crew there, they look a little bit injured, and then as the lights go out, you are plunged into darkness. While you are in darkness, unless something lights the way, you have disadvantage on all your attack rolls here. And we start our session not rolling initiative, but with this
no such thing.
Elemental tornado in the darkness whipping its way out. If you'd like to go ahead and place yourself where you'd be on the ship.
Who are you?
I don't know. Who am I?
Who am
This
I?
guy?
This guy.
Oh, the red.
The red, excellent. Where would you be on the ship at the current moment?
I probably would have been
Below deck?
Yeah, I probably would have been below deck to be
Excellent. So you're below
to
deck.
be 100% honest.
There's still light coming from below deck, but the ones on deck have gone out. This elemental is going to whip right towards Vren there.
There it goes.
He dropped the dice. And now he's trying to find them.
He's getting real low.
He
Had to
found
get down
them.
on all fours there.
Old man
Which he did.
noises.
Oh boy, that's almost a crit. Vren, as the wind whips towards her there, she is 13. She takes a decent chunk of damage there as her hit points gets hit. She gets hit and kind of stumbles a little bit. You hear a slight kind of sound of the wheel kind of spinning. And as that happens, what are you all doing? If you want to go ahead and move the big guy in the middle over to the helm. You hear Holland say, "It's what?" You hear the rushing of wind. There's something going on here. Can we relight the? Oh!
Oh. Yar, do we need to bring in the sails?
You hear nothing over the rushing of wind now in that area.
Oh, no.
Kaelen will turn around and see. Can he see? Is the wind
You can-
elemental?
It is
Visible?
dark. You can't see the wind elemental, but you see like the rushing of like dust and timber and things like that whipping around. You see Vren through it, and Vren seems to be holding onto the wheel. Her fur kind of whipping and almost like cuts opening up.
Okay. Kaelen, being a warrior, will seen the crew get attacked. He's gonna make a mad dash for the captain at the helm with
Excellent.
this wisp and probably swinging on maybe a rope that's dangling along the way to try and expedite that process.
That is just in far range to get across the ship, so I'll just get a real quick agility roll from you, please.
Agility. Can I add anything? Retracting? No. We're just gonna roll.
Go for it.
That's cocked. 19, 22 with hope.
Nice. Go ahead and grab a hope. You whip your way across. As you do, you kind of push past Holland there. And as you push past Holland, you would see that you would feel the wind tugging at you, almost lifting you like up. Do you want to go up on the deck or below? So you see where Vren is upstairs.
Vren.
No. Jeez. Brutal.
Up on the stairs at the top, stay down, but for some reason this thing seems to be straddling both, like an updraft of air coming from below.
Yeah. If below down here, if the wind is
Yeah.
coming up as
Yeah.
Kaelen kind of comes out of like a swing with a rope.
Yeah.
I'll try and he'll pull out the sword from his back. There's a
Great.
sword. The sword sheath is on his back. That has changed from the first session when I described him. So
Cool.
he pulls it out from the back. As he lets go of the rope, he pulls it out and kind of comes down with a swipe.
Nice.
To try and bisect the wind.
You can see the captain's quarters door kind of rattling, and Ren is kind of caught in this updraft. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me, please.
All right. There's stuff with attack rolls. So you have bonus damage rolls by combat training, but I think it's just damage rolls I actually get.
Okay, great.
But I will spend 3 hope to add a +1 to my attack roll.
Ooh.
Delicious. Ooh, that was popcorny.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one? Which color?
It's like there's one here.
Yeah. Which one?
The white, in the
White,
middle,
yellow.
the white and yellow, like
That one?
eggshell. Yeah. Buttery popcorn.
It has like a savory aftertaste there.
That's right. So that's a +2 to attack. Ooh. Is it? It's not agility, right? Or it's it is agility.
What
yeah.
does it say on your web?
Agility.
Yeah.
14 with fear.
14 with fear. A 14 does just hit, but with fear.
But with fear. So that would be 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
+2 damage.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah.
This is physical damage.
Oh yeah, baby. That's 16,
Ooh.
18 points of damage. That's 2d. That's 2/8. That's not a crit.
Ooh,
eh?
That's not a crit, but yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Big old hit. As you whip through, you feel the wind kind of split around. Like you've created a V of energy there, and that tornado kind of spins and whips around towards you.
Yeah, as Kaelen lands, he says, "I don't know what this is, but it's a little bit magical, I think."
Why are you attacking the wind?
Yes, it's
whip-
working.
It comes across
Oh,
to its
alright.
turn. It is going to.
Oh no.
I am going
Oh,
to.
no.
As a
Wait, didn't you
consequence-
succeed with
He
hope?
has
I'm
one
gonna-
less fear.
He succeeded with fear.
I succeeded
With the
with
hope?
fear.
Oh.
He
It
gets a hope.
is going to then. I'm going to burn a fear, and as that happens, the area around, within around 30 feet, so that whole half of the ship starts to become. The air starts to lift all of you up there. You and the other creatures there are going to take 8 points of damage there.
Shit.
As you take 8 points of magic damage. Is that magic damage? Direct damage. 8 points of direct damage. So that means it
Direct.
cannot be brought down by armor slots.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Damn it.
8 points of direct damage. As that 8 points of direct damage. Friend's looking really badly hurt by the wheel there. Holland is trying to figure out what to do. That is its action. What are you on?
I'm gonna try and throw my knife at it.
From up top there?
Yeah.
Nice. What's the range on your knife? Do you know?
Close?
Close, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you run to the other side there and
Yeah.
fling it down, absolutely.
That's not great. That does not. That would be, and then I add my. No, I don't add anything. Yeah, 12 to hit.
A 12 does not hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I made a mistake there.
Uh-oh.
Interesting. Cool.
Shit.
Cool.
Could have done more damage to you. Excellent.
Wait,
12 does not hit. So that's a failure with hope or fear.
Oh shit. It was with hope.
Excellent. Make
Yeah.
sure you grab a hope.
Yep.
Uh,
And then, oh no, I don't get to do it.
Yep.
Never mind.
It comes back to its turn. It is then going to, as an action, it's going to mark a stress. And as it does, and as you're all lifted, like you can't quite grip onto the ground there, mark a stress. And just mark a stress, and you are vulnerable until your next short rest, until that stress is cleared.
That's not good.
That is going to bring us down to you, yeah.
I'm gonna charge.
Okay.
I'm gonna charge, so I'm gonna come up from underneath the deck.
Remember to roll minus a d6 on your attack rolls.
As vulnerable.
Well, no, because you're also... You're made vulnerable by the darkness.
Ah.
So
Yeah.
Well, I failed anyway, but
Everyone gets one.
everyone gets one. Everybody gets one.
Tell them, Spider-Man.
You charge. You run out there. As you do, don't forget to minus a d6. In the darkness.
That'll be a 12 with hope agility.
Failure, but grab a hope. As you run on out, you skid past Kaelen there, and you feel the wind start to tug. As the wind starts to tug, it is then going to make an attack roll at you, Kaelen. You know what? It is going to...
Fucking use my ferocity thing.
It's going to attack Vren, actually. Vren is vulnerable, so I get an advantage there. That's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 21, 24 to hit Vren. You watch as Vren... 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage to Vren. Vren goes down.
Oh, no.
As Vren goes down, Holland kind of shouts out. That is going to... I'm going to burn one more fear. And this thing is going to turn on you, Kaelen, with advantage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to hit you.
Yeah. Unless I can... I think that's it. Yeah.
Excellent. That is going to be 10 points of magic damage. And that is not direct. So yeah, 10 points of magic damage that can be affected by your as it a torrent of
Question: If I'm using an armor, does that just automatically put it down a threshold,
One
or is
threshold.
it one damage?
down one threshold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will definitely burn an armor.
Yeah.
And put that down to
Yeah.
minor.
Unless it's direct damage, you burn an armor to knock it down a
okay,
damage
okay.
threshold. Yeah. Excellent.
Anyways.
The wind rushes through you. As it rushes through you, this thing turns on you. This chaotic bundle of wind magic. Holland looks up and says, "I've not seen something like this since the middle of the ocean opened up. We need to take care of this thing, or our ship is doomed."
Oh.
What do y'all want to do?
Jerry's gonna and fucking bombs away, Jerry. And
Yes, Peter.
actually, no, fly like the wind. Fly like the wind's evasion. Bombs away, Jerry. Jerry's gonna dive
Go to attack.
and try to attack
Excellent. So
it.
it's going to be a spellcasting roll from you.
Yarr.
Which is agility, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
agility.
nice. Agility roll from you.
And then I add this negative.
You minus a d6. Good looking out. Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Because we are in utter darkness.
That's not the right dice. This is the dice. Oh, fuckity fucker. That's a 14 with... Oh, wait, no, plus agility.
Yep.
16. Yeah, 16 with fear.
16 with fear. Beautiful. That will hit. Go ahead and give me your damage.
Great. And so then he
So that'll
uses
be-
my proficiency, so 2 and then
2d6.
D8 because I
Oh, you bumped
I
up his
bumped him
damage.
up to
Nice.
with
Excellent.
vicious, so 2d8.
And I'll do what
Can I
I...
borrow a d8 from someone, please.
I'll do what I forgot to do to Michael.
So I just
No.
cross that out.
What do you mean?
Go ahead.
Forgot to level me up to level 10.
That sucks. Yeah, so that is 3 points of 4 damage.
Yeah, 3 points of physical damage.
Yeah.
Beautiful. As the claw damage comes in, that wind whips back and the claw strikes back at your familiar. Your familiar takes 2 points of damage and my guy takes 1. So mark off a stress, and my guy will mark off 1 hit point there. Not looking great, this guy here. As he's getting whipped, you feel the wind moving erratically, like wisps are kind of bending off.
Hope, but then I didn't apply it, but I used it because I said it.
Beautiful. Excellent. Good stuff. But that was with fear.
That was with fear.
So this thing is going to whip on out. I'm going to spend a fear, and
would have been an 18 with fear.
I need the wind picks up again. 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage to you two, to Holland and to Vren.
Shit.
Vren's looking pretty bad on the ground there. As you take that damage, this thing will also wisp over to the mast and start to kind of...
Does it?
You want to go ahead and move it to
Does
the
it?
mast there.
Okay, so Kaelen, being a warrior, has an attack of opportunity.
Great.
When the adversary within melee range attempts to leave, you make a reaction using the trait of your choice. Choose one of the effects. They can't move. You deal damage to them, or you move with them. Is it just moving at the base of the...
I'll say it's starting to move. You don't know where it's going because that's when your attack of opportunity kicks off.
Yeah. I think... Okay, so...
What do you want to do?
I am going to attempt to move with them.
Yeah, okay. So go ahead
So
and
I
make
guess I attempt to leave. You make a reaction roll using a trait of your choice.
Yep, so it doesn't generate hope or fear.
So I will use agility.
You just got to beat its difficulty, I guess.
14, 17.
17, yeah, you're able to be pulled along with it. You watch as it gets to the mast and starts to kind of... You are able to either go at the base or where Danielle's character is. It's up to you because it is essentially wrapping around the mast, up and down.
Probably. So it's still within melee range.
It's still within melee
here.
range down bottom, yeah, but it is starting to... Splinters flying off.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow it. I'll follow it up so I'm within
Excellent.
within close proximity to
Nice.
an ally. But yeah, as that, what does that look like, Michael? Well, thank you for asking, Jake. Let me tell you what my.
What do you guys want to do next?
How do I move with the wind?
It picks you up and pulls you across. Right.
I'm gonna run up to him. I'm gonna hit it with my magic axe.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, really?
Well, kind of like similar. Yeah, it's cool enough. I'll get into it in my.
you peek your pen.
Tell me what happens. Tell me what happens.
Well, as Kaelen is full out in a dual stance, he's drawn out his short blade and his broadsword, and you haven't really seen Kaelen duel before, but he duels. The way he moves, it's less static. He's not like a static swordsman, but he's very nimble on his feet, and it's very light and agile. And as this wind wisp is moving, he's kind of able to grasp onto it and kind of lunge himself along and follow with the wind.
Excellent. As you lunge yourself and pull yourself along, what are you doing there? Don't forget, you've got hope to help each other. You've got hope to tag team.
Yeah.
Remember, if you do, the more damage you do in one hit, the more hit points you chip away from this thing, which is what a tag team will aid in.
So it's 3 hope to engage.
3 hope to tag team.
I think I will engage tag team with Kaelen.
Nice.
I think sort of as you are swept up in the wind, I sort of chase after. And I think, like, both of us sort of do like a blade, like, both spinning within the wind, like blades, like, trying to disrupt the wind, sort of as you're in your, like, elegant, like, you're spinning your blade, and I go in and I'm spinning my blade.
Yeah, I'm kind of spinning against the wind, like against its spin, so counter spinning it.
Yeah.
Stop it from spinning.
Counter spinning.
Nice. Beautiful. So you are both rolling an action roll.
Yeah. And I probably use like Analu like as a leaping off point at some point as well.
Yeah. So whatever you're using, roll whichever trait you're using. Don't forget to minus a d6.
Am I rolling anything?
You both
at all?
roll,
Okay.
and we take whichever roll you wish to take.
Ooh, interesting.
And then we apply everything together.
We'll do it together. We are. We literally are. Okay.
So you get a plus.
Oh, that's a crit. Double seven.
Yeah, well,
That's a
we'll take that one.
Excellent. Grab a hope. Get rid of a stress. As you get rid of a stress, is that all your stress
That's-
gone?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So that
one stress.
vulnerability from this creature is gone, but you still have that darkness. Go ahead and give me. So it'll be double damage. Sorry, double damage on the dice, full damage dice, plus a roll of the damage dice.
Full damage dice.
Which is
that's
16.
16.
Plus
and then I get a +2 to damage because I'm holding my dagger out. I also get a +2 damage because
you want to.
20.
I want to.
Plus
No.
4 with body blow.
Hold on to that.
Sorry.
What is there a modifier to your weapon? No, just the
no
+2 from-
modifier on the weapon, but
but
there's
the-
a +2 damage because my level. I add a plus whatever to which my level is, so 2 +2.
Yep.
And then it's a +2 because I have a small dagger in relation to my broadsword, so that makes my primary weapon a +2.
So warrior gives you +2 because of your level. Dagger
And
gives
then
you +2 because of your weapon.
it's,
Yeah,
dual
nice.
wielding.
So +4.
So that's 20, and then double or two other damage dice I roll.
No, so you did full damage dice
Yeah.
and then the damage dice, which is what you just did.
Well, I didn't roll. I have to roll it, right?
I thought you just rolled. That's
No,
what that 8 and 3
no.
was. Okay.
No, I didn't roll.
So 16 + 4 is 20.
And 8, 9, 10, 11. So 21. 31.
31,
32.
32, 63
Holy
points
shit.
of damage.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tell me how you guys handle this creature.
Yeah, as we're kind of tag teaming through this wind, Kaelen is kind of leaping on the shoulders and thrusting into like the mast. All while thrusting that mast.
Analu's sort of doing a whirling dervish, but in the opposite way of the wind, sort of near the base of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kaelen leaps up for one final jump up and comes down with the sword and dagger, finding like resistance in this wind, so he's kind of like dragging on a sail and lands in front of Analu with his 2 swords.
She's land in front of Analu there. I am going to roll a hope and a fear die for Vren.
Oh, yeah.
I never get to make a death move, so I'm gonna make a death move here. If the hope is higher, she's fine. If the fear is higher, she's in trouble.
Oh shit.
I know, I'm not doing my job as the healer.
Okay.
Oh,
What?
that's not good.
Holland kind of gets up and runs to Vren, who is down. The doors open. Holland actually grabs the wheel and says, "We need help here!" And as he kind of holds the wheel. The captain kind of sweeps on out. What are you guys doing?
Pete's gonna like jump from the rigging to the
To the rail there.
Yeah.
As Kaelen
to
lands
go and
in front
help
of-
wrangle the wheel.
in front of Analu, he says, "Well done, Analu." Uh-oh, I think
Yep, that needs my attention.
everyone needs it. And Kaelen, not feeling like he can help too much with healing anything, will kind of just keep a wares out, an eye out, an ear out for any more wind wisping.
Spot comes swinging down, and he's like, "Light the lanterns if you can,
You sure that's a good idea?
so we can see what we're fucking doing." What do you think? They're not gonna. Why? What do you know?
Well, we'd be more spotted, easily spotted.
By what?
By the Empire, I don't know. Are they close?
I don't know. Make a perceive check. Make a what's it called? Instinct check.
Instinct.
You run across to Vren there.
That's an 11, 12 with hope.
12 with hope. Grab a hope. Looking out, you see, dotted lanterns on the ocean. Again, impossible to see who those ships may be, but there's nothing within, an hour or two.
All right,
to
let's
say.
light it for now.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Analu's gonna run up, and she's gonna use her sparing touch ability. Once per long rest, I may touch a creature and clear 2 hit points or 2 stress.
Okay.
I want to clear 2 hit points if I can.
As you try to do that,
Oh no!
You realise that perhaps
we already lost.
if you had have been quicker or gotten there sooner, but Vren does not come back.
I don't have a resurrection. I don't have a resurrection ability.
Captain comes running up and says, what happened here?"
We had a man down.
Runs across. Oh no! Get her below deck.
Try CPR.
This is a dramatic moment. This is a very dramatic moment.
That joke doesn't land on me, too, because I say it every day. It's like our safety speech. Not to worry, we're trained in CPR.
Boy,
Why do you think I said it?
we've got that spiel before. Captain Layla looks at you and says, "This is a great idea," and they start to kind of take her below deck, leaving you guys alone above deck here for a moment. Holland looks a little shell shocked, and he's like, "That's and he kind of walks down as well. Spot, having finished kind of lighting the lanterns with you, says, "What happened? What was that?"
I didn't make it in time. I didn't.
Holland seemed to have mentioned that there was something about the former elementals.
Right.
Maybe it was
An errant elemental. bad luck for us, I guess. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I should have. I should have been there. I should have been there. I shouldn't have gone for the wind. I should have made sure everyone was okay.
Gone with the wind.
Ekatari's died here. All right? Between the two of you, you need to calm down.
All right, I'm holding the wheel.
Yeah. You're holding the wheel. You're kind of clinging to it and like spinning with it, catching you and spinning you the other way. Spot looks at you and says, "Well, if you hadn't taken it out, it might have killed more. So, have you guys got this? I think I need to go downstairs with everyone else."
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Spot goes running downstairs, and you 3, 4 with Lucky, 5 with Jerry are truly alone here on this vessel, lit by lanterns, as the wind is still incredibly rough, but sailing in a southerly direction towards Dast. I hand it over to you guys before we rest up. The aftermath of this elemental attack.
Jerry's just focused on keeping the ship steady in the wind.
What about Pete?
Oh, yeah. Jerry's guiding
I don't
Pete.
know how to drive.
Pete, they seem to be communicating. Jerry's like telling Pete which way the wind is blowing and therefore which way he needs to turn the wheel.
Jerry's
As
doing that by like
Pete is like upside down, like bracing with his hands against the floor because like
Peg
that's
leg
more
jammed in
steady, and then using his tail, his peg leg, and his other foot to actually steal the rear.
And the
the
way
wheel
Jerry's
around.
telling you the wind's blowing is he's just like flying up in the air and then like cannonballing down and then bamfing at his wings and going, "Ah!"
North by northeast. South. Would Kaelen have had experiences with any elemental in his crusade with the with the tide-bound accord?
Roll a knowledge check for me.
That's a -1.
He lives in the now. That's why.
That's an 8 with fear.
Hell yeah. As you think back to the Tidebound Accord, that time is marred with so much like good and bad that even looking back, you're kind of like, gotta. That could be why he kind of is as impulsive and lives in the now. But decidedly no interactions, but very little interactions with Elemental Scourge, in that like for this to happen in the Empire waters is and this far out from the center is odd. It should worry you, but other than that, you don't have any recollection as to, you just know earth, wind, water, fire. Other than that, you don't really have an idea of what they may want or why they may do what they do.
Does anyone think that maybe these elementals have started becoming more active due to this magical sickness as a way of suppressing it, or?
Could just be stragglers.
Stragglers this far away from, well, where all that shit went down all those years ago?
Yeah, they be all over. Once upon a time, the whole world was nothing but elementals. His eyes are like...
And upside down.
Do you have a tale to tell about this, Pete?
Yeah, I've just heard a tale or two about those days. Those days you could call on the elemental gods and they could take your ship from one side of the ocean and another to another in the blink of an eye. If you made friends.
Well, I don't think we made friends with that one, unfortunately.
Nar.
You all right, Analu?
Well, I mean, it was my job to keep these folks safe, and I royally messed that one up.
How so?
I let someone die on my watch.
I don't think you let them die. They just were
I just got so caught up in the adventure of it, try to slay the beast, that I sort of lost my.
Let's just say we did slay that beast.
You're like the other ones said, you prevented more deaths, so, don't beat yourself up.
Your waveforms are identical, Danny, because they go yard and then they go down into it. So I'm like beacon.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be peg leg Pete's way.
I want to say the opposite.
He's got a vocal.
I'm really soft R's and.
How dare you tell me what to do?
But I think any sailor only dreams of a death on the waters, and.
That's a little morbid, ain't it?
Well, what's so morbid about that? They spend their lives on the seas and in the winds in their hair and the sun on their skin. And
but what, you want to live with that and not die by it?
Yeah, we all die eventually.
Well, I mean, yeah, but but usually it's in like a, in like a nice bed somewhere in your sleep.
Oh no, it wouldn't be like to be in a bed.
Surrounded by your loved ones.
You're in the wrong place if you want to die on a bed. The best we can do is a hammock.
Dying in the thick of battle on a rocky sea, that'd be the way to go.
Bleeding out with your guts.
Yarr.
Food for the buzzards. Well, I think we should just keep... Are you confident in keeping the ship steady there, Pete?
Yarr.
Got literally all hands on.
It's a little bit of time before Spot comes back up and just gives you all a solemn nod and climbs back up to the crow's nest. And Holland comes back out. Dench comes back out on deck. And Dench comes and takes the wheel from you and says, I've got this as far as maneuvering the ship in tight circumstances. You'd be best. But for
I don't think I got time for this. I'm gonna grab the wheel.
Endurance. Kind of slowly takes your hand off the wheel. I do the long haul. And he just kind of settles in, and you watch as he relaxes. His whole body just kind of locks into like a meditative state. He's just slowly adjusting.
Pete,
You try to like take his hand off.
Yes.
It's just like
Okay. I'm
Pete-
gonna.
Pete like detangles himself from the. Well, like the way he does it is like because he's upside down, but he's upside down facing away from the wheel.
okay.
Right, so he like flips his leg and his tail over what's his name again, the looks of
Dench.
it? Dench's like shoulders,
Yeah.
and like Clamber swings his way up to then like be sitting on Dench's shoulder
Okay, great.
before then like clambering down his back.
As the crew takes control and Layla is still unseen, Ren down there somewhere, I hand it over to you guys to see how you spend the rest of your night and whether you rest up or not.
How long to Dench? Kaelen will ask Dench. In the briefest way possible, how far is our next port? Looking off into the distance.
By my calculations, granted they are estimates, we should reach Dast in around 2.5, maybe 3, probably 2 days.
Thank you.
That, of
He
course,
makes me so irrationally angry.
whether-
I have a visceral response to
weather
it.
permitting.
I like him.
Yeah, see,
Thank you, Dench. And
You are incredibly Welcome.
He's kind of like slowly walking away, and at the
Thank you for your attempts to save our crewmate.
Kaelen with fear
A
of
little kindness goes a long way.
Kaelen just bows and walks away. And at the idea of going towards Dast, Kaelen just kind of runs a hand up his neck, just pawing at his scar a bit, and makes his way below. Will make his way to the bow for now.
Okay. Bow for now. You head to the bow there. The wind still whipping incredibly strong, but the ship cutting through the waves. What's everyone else doing?
Oh, Pete's gonna rifle through his pack,
Yeah.
and he's gonna pull out, just as he's traveled, he's been around a few places. He's gonna get out some like Craven Stare ID.
Okay.
You know?
Fake ID, fake
Mundane
pass.
Not necessarily
item
fake,
Craven
like-
Stare ID.
like
your
from-
Craven Stare ID.
He's Craven
Yeah.
Stare ID, the one that he
You
he
pull
stayed
out-
there,
it's a
has a
student
friend there
card.
who he
You can
like
see
got.
His hair's a little.
Yeah, it's like
more
a library
wild.
card.
Yeah, his hair's a little more wild. He's got like weirdly kind of
Yeah,
What does his library card look like?
it
Never used.
I mean, it looks like him. For some reason, he's decided it would be more convincing as someone who would go to the library if he was wearing glasses in his little portrait. So he's wearing glasses, and
No one's, it's just frames.
yeah, and it's like the just says Cravenstead Public Library. Pete. It says Pegleg, Pete on it.
Pete Pegleg or
Pegleg, Pete. You know how they put your last name
Peter
first. sometimes.
Pegleg.
Yeah.
Peter
Briganti.
Pegleg.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Butlin coming down.
it has
Mayes coming, Hercules.
it has like on the back it says if found please return to and it has the library's address on the back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
You whip out a Craven Stare ID.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you're doing this afternoon, this evening?
No,
Excellent.
I don't think so. Did anyone drop any like weaponry
Nope.
when we fought the peeps? No. Cool. Cool.
As in
the wind?
Like when we were fighting the Empire's guard earlier,
yeah.
did any of their guards like drop any of their weaponry when they
Not
bailed
that you
the
can
ship?
see of
or anything?
now. Like Layla and the crew might have gotten
Yeah.
rid of it. You're not sure. That wasn't something that you guys kind of looked into. It was more of a get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
So as far as you know, all that's been kind of dealt with by Layla there.
Cool.
Evening.
Yeah, Pete's just gonna
Grows
sit there
long.
polishing his grappling hook.
Yeah.
Not a euphemism.
No, not a euphemism.
One before Kaelen would go find some rest on a hammock below deck. After he kind of has a little meditation to himself at the bow, he makes his way down to where Vren might be.
Yeah, Layla's there. It's in the hold below the kind of the kitchen area, the very low slung ceiling. And as you get down there, you do see the bodies of the Empire's Guard wrapped up down there as well. But you see Layla there over the body of Vren that's kind of laid rather neatly. A couple of doubloons over the eyes there.
Apologies, Captain, for the loss of your crew.
I thought the Empire waters were supposed to be safe from these sorts of things.
You've never encountered them before.
We've encountered them before in the pirate oceans, but they are usually erratic. You can usually count on these sorts of things hitting a couple of people, moving. They don't really focus fire. They don't really have an intelligence to them. So either Vren was caught unawares, or I don't know.
May I? And kind of.
Sure.
And Kaelen will approach Vren, and look down and looking at this past Qatari, Kaelen introspectively thinks on his people and the lack of true connection he feels to them. But with that being said, in recent times, having ignited some kind of curiosity towards rekindling that or finding out his place with his people or his people's place in history and time.
Yeah.
And he'll take the wooden trinket off of his little braid with the rune, and the rune is unlit, and he'll place it on Vren. And say, I'm sorry, Vren, but I do not know what our customs are for passing on, but maybe this can help. And he'll place the token on Vren, and the rune will light up just ever so faintly, and he'll whisper, may the spirit of the sea stone guide you through this next chapter. And he's kind of unconfident in saying that and not really sure what it means or if he's saying it correctly. And yeah, he'll step back and turn to Layla, and we'll just say, maybe it will help him pass, but I will leave it with him for the evening.
Just says she.
Sorry. I just wrote names in Qatari at first mate.
Layla says she was not as in touch with the Qatari folk as you may think, but I know that this is a blade of her people, and just kind of takes the blade from Vren and says, waste not, wants not, and hands you an ego blade.
Ego blade.
The trait it uses is agility.
Nice.
It has a range of melee.
Damn.
It does 1d12 plus 4 magical damage. One-handed, and you must have a presence of 0 or lower to use this weapon.
Perfect. It's like you made it for me.
It's just what it has here.
Ego blade.
Ego blade, agility, 1d12 plus 4. One-handed. Presence of 0. It is a primary weapon. Agility, melee, 1d12 plus 4. Magic damage. Because there are some creatures that are resistant to physical damage.
Oh.
And as you whip it out, or as you look at it, it has this like you know when when Paul Rudd opens up like Sex Panther in it's like wow. That's what I was meaning. Wow, as you pull it out. It has this like permanent purr to it, like this.
It's a lightsaber.
It's a lightsaber. Curved kind
Jake gave me a purring lightsaber.
Layla kind of looks at you and says, we expected casualties on this mission, so we are prepared. If one of us can get out and get information to the Pirate King, then we consider this a success. If that is one of you three. Bless you, Pete.
No, thank you.
If that is one of you, trust that even if you have none of us with you, the pirates will treat you well. Well, Le Joueur's third will at least. You should probably rest.
Thank you, Captain, for your hospitality.
Walks out.
Yeah, and Kaelen will give one more look at Vren and a little bow to her, and will
Nice.
saunter around for a bit until it's an appropriate time to go to bed.
Excellent. As you
Maybe
guys
admiring the sword.
take a long rest, abilities here
How
as
does
you
that work?
sleep overnight. Again, as we get used to this, I won't have to list them out for you. You guys will be able to kind of tell me what you do and kind of layer it on story-wise so we can get into the meat of the RP. But you can clear up all wounds. You can clear up all stress. You can clear up all armor. You can prepare for the next day and gain 2 hope, or you can work on a project that we start a timer for. And I gain the amount of fear equal to the PC's +4, and I can advance a long-term countdown.
Whoa.
So there are 3 PCs right now, plus a D4.
7 fear.
What are we doing for our long rests? Who is clearing what, and how do you go about it? Again, you can choose 2 of these things. All wounds, all stress, all armor, get to hope, or work on a project. You can choose 2 of these. And by project, that can be working on a relationship, that can be building something, honing a blade, working on a homebrew feature, whatever may come to your minds there. But
So it says here you can swap cards in their loadout
to your vault.
for their vault. What is the vault?
Once you level up, you will have, when you get to tier 3, which is level 5, you will have 4 or 5 cards. Once you have 5 cards, your 6th one must go in your vault, and 7th one, and 8th one, and 9th one. And then you can swap them in and out. So as you level up, you get more cards, especially like Hercules did, and get an extra card.
So I got 4. So
we don't have a vault
So
just yet.
on my next level, I'll have to vault something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4. And
So
then
not
my,
next level,
my class.
next level up.
Ooh.
And then my class.
4.
Class doesn't matter. It's just domain cards that you only
Yeah,
have.
so I have 4.
You have 4.
Okay.
So you can get 1 more, and then the rest have to
Oh,
be.
it's 5 in vault.
I believe it's 5, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I
I'll
thought it
double
was
check
4
that.
then vault.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 5. I'll double check that, though. Yeah. What are we doing? And how are we going about it?
Yeah, what have I got going on?
What are you thinking?
Annalou is going to clear all hit points.
Nice. How's she go about doing that?
She is going to...
Takes a leaf out of Kaelin's book. Just
No, but I think she will sort of wash up. She
Okay.
will sort of, like, she'll take proper, like she'll get washcloths and she'll sort of, like, properly wash her hands, and she'll sort of dab any sort of bruised spots
nice.
and stuff like that. Any little cuts, so try to
Yeah.
do little bandages or little psalms
Yeah,
on. And then I would like to start a project.
Excellent. What does she start doing?
I think I don't think she fully knows at the moment what it's going to be, but she's going to sort of, with this knowledge that to herself, that she sort of failed her job and sort of failed what she is supposed to do. She's going to sort of pray a little bit harder
Okay.
today to maybe find a way that she could redeem herself.
Okay. Redemption. Gotcha.
Nice.
Excellent. 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 Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Extra prayer there, and we will mark off one of those.
Prayer's so hard.
I'm gonna pray so hard. I'm gonna pray. Excellent.
Pete is gonna, flick through his little recipe book
Yeah.
and go and like gather some ingredients from the ship to prepare.
What is it you need from the galley? Come on, Jake. I got a heart out at 1:30.
You're this, and he just like holds up the list to make some health potions.
Make some health potions.
Nice.
Yes.
Excellent. I will double check the rules for brewing,
Yeah.
and we'll come to that next time. But yeah,
Sweet.
you spend time brewing health
Yeah.
potions. Yeah, so that will be.
Because
a
Pete
project.
doesn't have any stress or.
Yep.
I don't think. Oh no, 1 stress. I have 1 stress.
Yeah, you want to do
I'm
one.
making moonshine health potions.
You wanna clear 1 stress and then also start a project.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you can do
Yeah.
that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Go ahead and clear that stress, and you start making potions. We'll remember to do that. And what about yourself?
Kaelen will fix his armor, so he'll probably spend some time maybe sewing where the sleeves might have been almost torn off by being in the gust of wind, just kind of resewing that together. And I will also start a mini project. taking a look at Pegleg Pete's, asking permission, of course, to take a look at Pegleg Pete's grappling hook, at least where like the attachment is not like the mechanism for shooting it, but.
What do you want with this?
Well, I just think I've been doing a lot of swinging lately, and I think it might be nice to have something at my disposal to use instead of relying on ropes dangling or vines. So I'm just curious how the attachment of the rope is to the hook itself, and how you've gotten it so sturdy.
Pete will carefully like unload it, and just like while still holding it, show it to you.
Oh, okay, Kaelen will, sensing that, just want to hand it over. Take a look fully at like where the mechanism or where the hook itself attaches to the rope, if it's a knot or if there's some kind of like glue attachment.
Pete will not let you touch it.
Yeah, I won't touch it. He's just looking.
Like he'll like.
And Kaelen will ask around for like a hook or like some kind of grapple thing. Get his rope as well, and start to try and attach a rope to a hook so that I can have like not a lasso, but a throwable hook.
Excellent. As you
A
begin
real
those,
life grappling.
A real life.
as you begin those projects, you spend a bit of time on them and then begin to rest up. And as you rest up, we'll go ahead and leave our session there.
Nice.
Leader of the Mind Flip.